Hello everyone, it is me, the Betula Witch, back at it again with another video, and I'm really excited to be doing a deck, not an unboxing because here it is, but a deck review, I suppose. It's still in the plastic. This is the Moonchild Tarot. This is something that I am extremely excited to have. You'll have to excuse me because I'm just looking for something to like open this with. There's so again, this is a tarot deck, but instead of the typical, I believe it's like 78, there's 81 cards here. So what I liked about this tarot deck and about the decks that come from Danielle Noel is just the art that's sort of, I don't know, like digitized, like when you have multiple images and then you layer them almost like a, like, I don't know, digital art, Photoshop. What else is kind of in the same vein that she did not do? Let me see, what is it, Fallen Angels Tarot. Not Fallen Angels Tarot. Is that an oracle deck or a tarot deck? It's an oracle deck, I believe. That comes to mind. Tarot, Illuminati, Zombie Oracle. So sort of like in that style of like layered, sort of like digital images really comes to mind. So this is satin finish. It's satin finish. You can see the little gilding details there. This is really cute. I like the box. I love the detail, and there is some stuff about Egypt, like when it says divine wisdom right there. There is some imagery, and then it's also got, who is it, the yogi goddess for strength, and then probably like some other people from real life too that I don't know, but you know, y'all over there. Okay, so this is what the inside of the box looks like. It's really cute. This box feels nice and sturdy, so I'm excited about that. Ooh, the guidebook is in color. Woo! And we've got some questions, we got some keywords. Okay, you know what, let me wait, okay. So when you open it up, it comes like that. Ooh, look at the little moon, gilded, very nice. So when you open it up, you are met with the Fool. The dog is walking off. See, I really like these colors. Like that's really nice. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry that everything is sideways for the rest of the video. I just hit y'all like that. Okay, so we've got, there we are. These colors are really nice. Gilded golden edges, which of course I love. If you've seen any deck review that I've done before, you know that I like that. So how I like to do this without like trying to break this off and damaging the cards or anything is I just take a little bit of cards out at a time. And let me put that off to the side. She's hefty. Okay. Ooh, look at the back. This deck has been out for some time. I want to say if not early this year, it came out like late last year. Let me see if in the deck by chance it just says what it is. Hoop-doo. 2018. So yeah, this was probably 2018. Cool. So, and here we are met with the queen, the King of Cups. Again, I really like this sort of layered digital imagery. It's like it's my favorite for decks, to be completely honest, unless you're going with like super old school, like 1300 style, like older tarot decks like that, and divination decks like that from Europe and Venice and stuff like that. That's also like a nice style that I really admire. But yeah, here we have the Fool. Here we've got the Magician, the High Priestess. I love this necklace that she's wearing. I've got one similar to that. It's the Maiden, Mother, and Crone moon imagery. I've got a necklace like that in like gold sheen obsidian that's set in copper, and it's really nice. It's very nice. Here we have the Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. I'm trying to get like the Hierophant, to be honest. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. I sit inside but without the introspection, and that's not good. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. That's great. Okay, and I will not go through each and every single card, but what I really do appreciate, ooh, here's Natural Magics, I believe. Yeah, I think it's just like Yogi Goddess and Natural Magics are like the only people that I know that can look at it from this deck and be like, ooh, I've seen them before. Like, am I silly? Are all of them 81 cards? Yeah, but anyways, so I do like this deck. This is a little bit of a bigger deck. It's not like, I don't have it right here because I was responsible and put everything away. But I believe like the Gods and Titans Oracle deck is a little bit bigger than this. The Isis Oracle deck is maybe a little bit like thicker, a little wider than this. It is a satin matte finish, and the cardstock is okay. It's like a thicker material, but it still like bends and moves, and I guess that might have been to add some ease and flexibility if you are shuffling. If you've got small hands, you're gonna have difficulty shuffling this deck, to be honest, because she's big. Okay. But this is a very beautiful deck. I plan on using this more. Danielle Noel also has like this guide to the tarot book or something. It's like purple. It's very like Star Child tarot themed, which if you didn't know, she is the creator behind the Star Child Tarot and the Akashic Tarot. I believe they're both tarot decks, but either way, you can like look her up or go to her website and find this. That's also what she has created. So I do like that there are some differing faces in this deck. I had just got done reading this post from Belle Wen, who is a creator that I absolutely appreciate. One day I'm going to pick up one of her decks, y'all. Okay. But it was talking about tarot and, you know, how do you adequately, like, how do you go out and make a deck that incorporates different cultures respectfully, I guess, because there's deck creators that are worried about like showing people and like doing like the wrong thing. So there was the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so sorry about that background noise. I was talking about, ooh, thank you. Okay, so I looked at this and it said on the inside of the box I took out the tarot cards, you are the dance of light and shadow, which is dope. So yeah, y'all, I'm excited about this deck. I'm super pumped for this deck, and if I can keep all of them in my hand at one time, let me just do like a little quick reading, a little something. I've seen I used to do this with like some of my decks that I would get a couple of years ago. I cannot believe it's been like 2-ish, 3-ish years. But yeah, just like familiarize myself with them. I would kind of ask them like, you know, what was their purpose, what it is that they wish to share with me. And I've seen Maven Unmasked here on YouTube do that with the decks that they get as well. I said for purpose, what is its purpose? And we have here the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands to me is opportunity, some mental clarity, and then we have the Two of Wands, which again is more clarity and decision, really kind of focusing in on what you want. So I think that at least for me, this would be one of my favorite decks that I routinely use for myself to kind of figure things out and understand the things that I need. Okay, so you just saw me shuffle and I had said like, you know, what is it that you wish to share with me? And I again got the Two of Wands, which is pretty wild. So again, that just to me speaks to cutting through indecision, deciding things, what it is that I need, what it is that I don't need. Also like guidance on how to move forward. I'm a person that I have a lot of analysis paralysis. I'm a pro with analysis paralysis, and that's when you pretty much think yourself still into not doing anything. I'm often worried about like the right way to do something that I often do nothing at all. So again, I think that this book is going to be really, this deck is going to be really helpful. I'm sorry, I just talked about like a little bit of books, so have to excuse me. And so I just like pulled the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles, typically it's like three women just dancing around, talking, having a good old time. So I think that that will also be kind of what this deck also would be for me is, you know, what's going to help me to get right and to understand the things that I'm going, and we would have a very, very good relationship moving forward. And I also just pulled the Fool, which is about embarking on a journey and starting things, starting a new journey, starting anew, delving into new adventures, a new path. So I'm with it. Super excited, super pumped. Let's move on to the guidebook. Okay, so I had said earlier how like this little moon right here was gilded with the guidebook, but then also the cartouche on the side as well, which I would assume is a moon phase, is also gilded, which is super nice. The guidebook is in full color, which is super dope. Decks that are of, you know, this quality that don't have like a guidebook that's as nice as this. Not trying to be mean or whatever, but it is what it is. Spade is a spade. So yeah, this is really cool. And in the back it has like a thank you section with everyone who's on the card, so if you were confused about that, you could definitely look them up. The Threads of Fate deck also has that, where they like it shows whoever they had on the cards, like their names and I guess their Instagram handles if they offered one. So here we have the first page, and then there's Starseed Designs. Starseed. That's also what I want to get back into. I was talking about this in another video too. I'm just hopping all over the place because I'm recording a lot at the moment. But I'm getting back into more Starseed stuff and aliens because I do miss it. So here we have our table of contents that's going to list where all of our cards are that we would like to look at, which is nice. I like a table of contents when you're dealing with multiple cards. Okay, it's great. Everyone should have one. All right, there's an intro area about the moon, lunar history, as this is the Moonchild Tarot, so it's fitting. It goes over a history of tarot. Look! groups. Oh, so it talks about Alexandria, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. If you have not read those, I would suggest that you go read them. There's a free PDF like floating around online. Oh, that's also a book, or like, you know, a piece of information that I was studying. Need to delve back into that too because it's dope. So yeah, Hermetic teachings, blah, blah, blah. And then things are color coded in the book, which is really nice. So we start off with the talks about the minor arcana and its attributes, which if you're like just getting started off with tarot, especially if this was like your first, like, you know, kind of bigger purchase for tarot and you don't really know much about it, this is super, super helpful. I love when decks do this. So it breaks down, it goes even further with like the different suits, and it talks about signs that are associated with them, elemental associations, keywords, and then it gives a in-depth blurb. It talks about shuffling, reversals, ritual, like, oh, she put a whole foot in this. Okay. I love how it didn't just talk about the moon or say that it was like a moon-centric deck, but it's giving you various things about the moon. And, you know, clearly I'm here for it. It gives you moon phases. Like, ooh, I shouldn't tap them like that. I'm really excited. Okay, so in another book I had talked about going over the book of Lunar Abundance by Ezzy Spencer, and so I think that what I'm going to do, especially like kind of later on down the line once I get familiar with the Moonchild Tarot, is tie those together as much as I can, because I really feel like this is going to be a deck that I'm going to use to reach for personally for a long time. And I would do my like monthly like kind of oracle guidance to focus on for myself with, excuse me, with the Threads of Fate oracle. I keep saying oracle, but I can't remember if it's an oracle or if it's a tarot deck. In any event, I use that deck, and I'm going to use this deck along with the Moonchild Tarot, and then maybe even the Lunar Nomad Lenormand if I get into that, or when I get into that rather, but it'll be like way longer down the line. So, you know, this deck is beautiful. Okay, I appreciate that a lot. It gives reversals as well, so if that is your thing, and if you do reversals, here it is. And so for an example, for like a spread in the book, there's how that looks. It's absolutely beautiful. And I like how you can see what card, let me sit closer, what am I doing? How you can see the card here with like all of the breakdowns. So if you are a person who travels around, and you know, like a deck being in a box like this doesn't take up a lot of space, to be honest, compared to how some, you know, decks like the Wildwood Tarot, the Fairy Oracle, they come in like those big boxes with like big books and stuff. This saves up on a lot of space, but you know, again, she's a little thick, so if you were like really crunching on space, I really think that you could like just pack the guidebook with you and like just do readings for yourself that way, if you're really crunched down on space. But this is so beautiful. I would take it with me. Normally, like when I'm like going places, I'll take like multiple decks with me anyway, so this is probably going to be one of the decks that I absolutely definitely take with me. Super excited, super pumped. Don't know how many more times I can say that, but here we are. Ooh, and there's a card for shadow work. Yes, so you know, guys, just going over this, you know, I'm pretty much like skimming through this deck, right? And so again, I will go over the things and like the cards more in depth on my blog, okay? But so far, so good from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing. I like the again, the finish of the cards. They're also kind of like this satin matte. So again, I always talk about this when I'm doing deck reviews, but I like to sit outside and really kind of go in with my cards. This card right here, I'm feeling okay, but I like to sit outside with my cards, and I like to not be blinded by the glare. Okay, here we have Toph. So yeah, that was awesome. After talking about like, or thinking about the emerald tablets of Toph, did I mention them here? Yes, I did. And then he pops up. It was really, really cool. Toph is judging me, perhaps. Anywho, yeah, this is my very, very quick sort of skimming through the deck. I will go over it more in depth on my blog, so look for that in the coming months. I hope you guys have an awesome time and that you guys are doing well, and until the next one, I'll see you guys. Peace.